Yeah. Hi, this is Clay Nelson, Life Balance Hour. And we're talking about commitment and really, really wanting what you want so you can get it. It's not just like 2008. Like I saw a quote here or a statement. Where's it? Where's that one that says?
There's a great New Year's.
Oh, no,
one.
here you go. This is from Anonymous. Says, many people look forward to the new year for a start on old habits.
I've actually seen that one a few times already this year.
But
it's
it makes
kind of funny.
it makes so much sense. You know, it's like you need to change your habits. If you don't have what you want, change you. If you're not getting what you say you want, change what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Or how about this? Create a plan for the change. Now, I said to you on the last break, you know, that when you came back to this part of the show, this segment of the show, we were going to talk about how the brain works. And real quickly, it's just very simple. The brain is designed, you know, whatever your belief system, either the Lord gave it to us or we made it up or however it comes through the science of how things work, is that your brain is designed to keep you from hurting yourself. And so it keeps you in what you've already done. And everything we're talking about, you know, commitments, getting out there, asking for what you want and haven't got, lives in a place called the future. And your brain's designed to stop you from going there. Okay? Now, there's a few things you got to remember. One, if you feel your toes wrapped around the edge of a cliff, remember, you can't fly, don't jump off. Next thing is don't make your mom mad at you because that could get ugly. And third, don't eat poison. It will kill you. Those things, yeah, it's all about knowing. That's right. So everything else you can blow off, all right? It's like, okay, now let's go see what this is all about. It's like the email we got where the guy said, you know, he's looking for another job or another type of job at work, and he got out there and got the job, decided he didn't like it, wanted to go to some other place. That's what life is all about. It's all about trial and error. It's all about being committed to move, not just sit. Being committed to learn, not just sit. Learn, grow, teach, LGT. Learn, grow, teach, LGT. That's really what it's all about. Okay? You got to keep moving. That's what kids do. See, kids don't stop learning and growing and teaching until they get to be about 21, 22 years old, and they go, oh, gee, I got my driver's license. I had a drink at a bar, and now I'm 22. Wow, 21 to 22 sure went fast. Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, 21 to 64 goes really fast. So you have to play full out and get on out there. Now, because, you know, our brains are so created at keeping us in what we know, all right, sticking to our commitments or making change takes planning, takes being in action, it takes building a team, and it takes the big A word, the accountability. Remember accountability? You've got to be held accountable from people that you allow to hold you accountable for getting what you say you want. Now, I have coaches and team members that hold me accountable for staying healthy, for not drinking, from not smoking, and not gaining weight, and being on time. Now, a lot of these folks, I got to tell you, I don't have dinner with them, and I don't necessarily like them. They're not my best friends, but they do hold me accountable. They are what I call the truth. I asked them, would you please hold me accountable for doing these certain things over this period of time? And they hold me accountable.
There's I'll call it a quote here, but it's
Yeah.
actually a little statement that a listener named Ted sent in that I thought everyone might enjoy. It says, I'm a great plan writer, but I have trouble going from figuring it all out to actually doing it. It's almost like the fun is in creating the plan, like we were talking about the plan. You know, actually doing the plan for me is boring.
Yeah. Like I always thought, you know, when I used to build houses, I used to think, wow, let me see, I've got this house all figured out. Now I got to go build it. And I'm like, gosh, I've already figured it out. I don't want to go build it. So
Yeah,
that's when I
that was
decided,
fun.
gee, maybe I better start a company that builds houses and I'll do the thinking part. Whew. And it worked out pretty good. Now think about this. If you have a plan for changing your life, wouldn't it be cool if you had some people inside of that plan that could help you stick to what the plan says? I mean, that's called team. That's called family. That's called we all get what we want. See, anytime you have a team member holding you accountable for growth and having a better life, you teach them about them having growth and a better life.
Clay, you've mentioned in the past that the best way to learn how to do something is to teach it, because then you really learn what you didn't know. You didn't know.
Right on. Learn what you don't know. Yeah,
and I think it's pretty fantastic. All of the kind of things we're finding out about you, the fact that you did build houses and you were a contractor in that way, and kind of how you go about approaching making a life plan and where you're coming from. So thank you for that. It's pretty fantastic.
Well, that's a good analogy. You know, having a life plan. And that is a plan for your life and where you want to be by what age, is exactly the same as building a house. You start with a foundation and you build up from it.
Yeah.
Okay? And in building a house, you have to get a permit. All right? And for building a life, you have to have a team. I mean, it's quite simple. Everybody's asked me all the time, how did you get to be a business coach from being a general contractor? And I said, well, let me see now. I build houses, and I had to be good with building people to build those houses. So it's a lot easier to be a business coach than it is to build houses and be with people. You understand? So it's just a commitment to making a difference in everybody that I touch. It's really cool. Now, I got another quote for you. It's from Pat Riley. Everybody knows who Pat Riley is, right? There are only two options regarding commitment. You either are in or out. There's no such thing as the life in between. Now, think about that now. If you don't have what you want, ladies and gentlemen, guess what needs to be upgraded? Your commitment to having what you say you want. That is just the way it is. Now, the phone's ringing, so good. So remember, 564-1290, local, long distance or streaming, it's 866-564-1290. Or email me at clay@mediasb.com, and things are rocking here.
Clay, before we have a few more minutes here before the break, do we want to talk to Sherry, who's on the line?
Yeah, Sherry, hi.
Hi, Clay. I was just watching you on Ustream,
Yeah.
and I was noticing the title going underneath your picture, and it says commitment, really wanting what you want.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't really need to lose weight or you know, have a good relationship. What I really want is just to have joy in my life and be committed to having, you know, being loving and compassionate and joyful mostly. Yeah. And I'm hearing you talk about team and being held accountable, and it's like, how do you ask somebody to ask you to be or hold you accountable for being joyful and compassionate?
Well, this is a tough one, but
amidst all your circumstances.
Yeah, I have an answer. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, now here's the way it works. If you can write down what joyfulness is for you, how you would like your life to be, and not like write it down to present to somebody else, but write it down like put it into language. When you can write it and put it into language, you can speak it to your team, your family, your lover, all right? Or quite frankly, anybody in your church or whatever. Most people say, I just want to be happy. And people look at you like, okay, what exactly does that mean in your life? Does that mean you want more red licorice? And for me, it's yes, all right? Or does that mean that you want to go to Paraguay and build churches? Or what exactly does it mean? So you need to write out what having the life you say you want really looks like and how people could be a part of it, contribute to it, or hold you accountable for it in language. You got that?
I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure exactly how to put it all into. Well, I need to start writing it down, and then I would imagine things will start falling into place.
Yes, it will build. You'll find out when you write down what you really want. You'll find out what you don't know about what you really want. See, because the only thing you can write down is what you know about, and when you write down what you know about, what you don't know about it will show up.
Okay.
You got that?
I think so.
It's no different than, have you ever written a diary when you were a young lady?
Yes.
And you wrote down, oh, gee, I went to the drive-in, or I went this, and this person said that, and da-da-da-da-da. Well, you learn from those writings. Mm-hmm. That's why people write them.
Okay.
Got it?
I'll go back to those days then.
Yeah, not only that, plus to be able to language what you want or who you are, the best way to practice it is to write it out privately on your own. And if it feels good, speak it. If it doesn't feel good, wad it up and throw it away. Okay. Write another one.
Okay, all right.
Okay?
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
You bet.
Thanks, Sherry.
Good. Okay, now, I got one more quote, and it's Wayne Dyer. Wow. Ooh. Wayne's lost a little bit of hair lately. Excuse me. No. There's no scarcity of opportunity to make a living at what you love. There's only a scarcity of resolve to make it happen. Can you get that? People ask me all the time, gee, I want to start a consulting business. I want to do what you do. And I say, well, come on. And they go, well, how do I do it? And the truth is they don't have the energy or the commitment to get it done. You have to really be committed to get it done. So whatever you start, don't quit. So this is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, KZSB AM 1290. Get on back here. We're going to rock out all the way to the end of the show.